Today on Brilliance Business TV, we have Jeanette Agostini. Jeanette is the owner, founder, and CEO of JeAgo Inc. She has built this luxury brand to attract premium, high-end partnerships with individuals and businesses. As a highly sought-after Synergist Life Coach who cultivates opportunities for individuals and companies to transition their brand to live their true heart-centered passion and dreams. Stay tuned. Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have a wonderful guest today, Jeanette Agostini. Everyone could do with coaching at a certain point in their life. When you are coached, it really does help you go from where you are to where you want to be. So I'm really looking forward to a conversation with Jeanette today. I want to make an official shout out to our show sponsors, Dreamweaver Artist Ranch. We are streaming live on mspnewsglobal.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we're also streaming through the E360 TV network under Fresh Takes, going out to Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, Roku, and we're also on Business Innovators Radio Network. Let's bring in our incredible guest, Jeanette Agostini. Jeanette, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Well, thank you so much, Mark, for inviting me. I really appreciate this invite.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today, Jeanette. My first question I want to ask you is, can you share when and how your journey started becoming a Synergist Life Coach?
Well, it's through all of my life experiences that I've had over the years to this date, and also with my calling. And, I'm a minister and I work in healthcare and I've worked in so many other fields. And also having such a true passion in life to make a difference in this world. That's how it all started, to be honest with you.
Really interesting. And have you ever had life coaching yourself, Jeanette? Because I had a life coach for quite a sufficient amount of time, a long period of time. And it really does help you to get your focus and to really get your mindset on track. And I remember not only did my personal life change, also my business started to improve from life coaching as well. What's your experience with that?
Yes, actually, even as a life coach myself, you definitely need to have those other experiences from other people, because they bring shed a lot of light into your own experiences as well. I've also dealt with a wide range of other coaches, such as business, even to get even my business up and started and running, and even just training and development. That's such an important aspect of even becoming a life coach.
And also, there's no better investment than in yourself, in personal development and self-improvement. So I really admire the work that you're doing. How does JeAgo Business serve its clients, Jeanette?
Well, JeAgo Inc. is such an interesting business that I've started, that It's a wide range with individuals to businesses. When it comes to individuals, it's individuals that, want to live their passion and maybe transitioning in jobs, maybe transitioning to even start a business. And that's where the actual business development would come in helping them to start from the ground up and then to search for clients and to kind of gain from there. When it's with the individuals, I find that a lot of individuals are in certain jobs that maybe they want to transition of, and it was something that they just started out thinking that is their life passion, but then as they go on and realize that they can offer a lot more to the world. So that's where JeAgo would come in and assist those individuals. And I've helped so many thousands of people over my own lifetime and just the talks we've had. It's been so incredible to touch their lives that way.
Could you share a little bit of your past and background that has led you into the work that you're doing today, Jeanette?
Well, within my past and my background, I actually started, I used to be a leader in leadership in Toronto and working with a lot of outsourcing companies that were in multifaceted companies with technology to office management, and it can go on in all the different areas. And then from there, I started into health and fitness, which is such an incredible. I was actually sick for a couple of years. I had a deep vein thrombosis in the back of one of
Wow.
my legs. Yes, and the doctor told me I could never ever work out again, and this is something I have to live with. And just having strong willpower that I've always had in my life, I said, "Oh, I am not going to let this hold me back." So I actually started training, and I'm actually a professional bodybuilder. I competed. And from there, it just took me to so many levels and so many wide variety of people I've met over my lifetime. It was an incredible experience. I never thought I'd ever compete. And it just by coincidence, things happen. You meet people, you talk, and then you get involved into certain things. So it was wonderful, wonderful experience.
Well, I've learnt something new. You don't look like a bodybuilder, Jeanette, but I bet when you're
No,
all in your gear, you can see all the muscle
yes,
definition.
yes,
I actually, I'm 40 years old and I never used a gym. So less than a year ago, I hired a personal trainer. I do it all at home, but I've dropped a stone in weight. I'm building muscle. I
yes,
train 4 times a week and I'm very consistent with it. I'm eating higher protein, still eating carbs, whole grains, fruit with every single meal,
yes.
fruits, nuts, seeds. I feel so much better. But the point I'm trying to make is it's never too late to make a
No,
start, because a lot of people will say, oh, well, I wished I would have done this when I was younger. But the only time we have is the present moment. And I have really made a
yes.
transformation at 39 years old, never even been to a gym. Only once I had been to a gym and I give up straight away. So I'm almost a year in now. So that's quite an achievement, isn't it?
Yes, it sure is. And it's fascinating. You meet a lot of people. Like I used to be a trainer as well. And that was another part of my life where I found that, oh my gosh, this is wonderful seeing just the transformation in people from, them starting out to where they want to be. Some went on and trained into marathons, some went into natural bodybuilding like what I did, and it's incredible, or just to improve themselves or just to live a better, healthier lifestyle. It's a great thing and a
Yes.
great experience.
I'm not taking it to extremes, but I do want to make further improvements. I'm just starting to get muscle in my stomach. My chest is tightening. I'm building a bit of muscle here now. I want to take
Yes.
it a little bit further, but I am quite comfortable with where I am at. So though I do want to make improvements. I don't want to go huge and really build a massive body. That's just not me. But I feel great. It really does wonders for mindset as well. So, Jeanette, tell us a little bit about the products and services that you offer your clients.
Well, the kind of services I offer and products I offer my clients is one-on-one, and I do group training. I find a lot of people feel more comfortable in the group aspect because, you grow as a group, you share a lot as a group, and actually you experience more wins as a group. So I do that. And with the businesses, it's more in one-on-one with business clients that, maybe are stuck into a certain rut that they're trying to move to that next level, and that's what I would actually work with businesses, processes, procedures, helping them to help have the employees that because nowadays it's really hard with a lot of businesses with all that's going on with even COVID, people working from home, people working at work. There's just so many different aspects that's going on in our world at the present moment. So just it's just wonderful to work and just to be a blessing to those people in each and every day of their lives.
So, if you are taking a one-on-one client, Jeanette, just talk us through what that process looks like from the beginning to the progress that they make.
Well, say they started out that, for example, if they want to transition in a job, just to give you an example there, we would
Yes.
start about where are you at right now, and what do you want to do to progress, and how long do you want to take to progress to that next level. Sometimes it's they need education, sometimes they need a level of the confidence to maybe go into interviewing, um, places where, like, I've taken some of the nurses, like where I work, they have been maybe PSWs, and then they wanted to become the next level as an RPN, and then to that next level growing as a registered nurse, to maybe a nurse not so much in critical care, but maybe a nurse that wants to travel. These are different areas where I would work with people, for example, and that's what I would work and do.
I love it. And it must feel so rewarding to you seeing such a transformation with the clients that you're working on.
Oh, definitely. And it's nice to see they reach out back to me to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe where I've reached to. And this is something I feel so wonderful about. It's nice to see that transformation in people.
Excellent. Jeanette, we're just going to a commercial break, so please stay where you are. Thank you for
Okay.
joining us for part one of Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. We're in conversation with Jeanette Agostini, Synergist Life Coach. Stay tuned. Be back shortly.
Hello, this is Stephen Buckner, and just wanted to tell you I support the Dreamweaver project. It's a great project where artists such as myself will be able to come together and basically collaborate and to have a retreat to feel accepted and welcome. And that's something that artists here and around the world could always benefit from. So I just want to say, please support the Dreamweaver project. I think it's for a great cause, and I salute all the independent artists out there and artists that are signed as well. And have a wonderful day.
Welcome back to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Today we're in conversation with Jeanette Agostini, Synergist Life Coach. Jeanette, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
So we have been through a global pandemic. it's been really, really testing. People have gone out of business, people have lost jobs. Some people have started new businesses and really taken on new adventures. There's been negative, there's been positive. Now we've got this new strain. Could you share some of your top tips with us, like your 5 top tips that you will really feel will make a difference, whether that's to help with personal development or to help us to move forwards in business? Just give us 5 of your top tips, what you think will really support people out there that may be struggling at the moment.
Well, I really do feel people need to not be so hard on themselves. And
Yes.
yes, we're in a global pandemic right now, and it's totally out of our control of how it is. But people just need to be mindful, I would say, in their mindset and how they sit and think and view it all, because I know a lot of people are living in fear. And we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to ensure that, that we can try to get through this, especially with our families, because, being together is a very important thing. And I think
Yes.
even now, a lot of people are realizing and really appreciating what it means to be a part of a family and to be a part of togetherness, especially during this pandemic. I've never seen so much people so caring as they are, considering like where I am. I can't really talk about the business where I am, but because it's in healthcare, but I can say that there's such caring people that we're looking after so many people from all different life walks and styles and everything that it's really hard. So what I would say, people just need to just take it a day at a time. They need to also just keep their focus, keep focusing on their dreams. Don't think their dreams are not going to come to pass. Focus on your passions, because that's something that will keep you alive. And the other thing is, like I have to say it again, people don't need to be so hard on themselves. I find we are always hard on ourselves. We always don't give enough credit to ourselves. But one thing I do realize that people do is that. So just keep forging ahead and just live light and just live free. When you live free and light, you don't take things too much for granted. You don't, take away things that you don't really want to take away from others, but you just want to live free, and just live in happiness. That's all we got to do
Great.
each day.
Great value there. Take it a day at a time. Focus on your dreams, your desires, and don't be too hard on yourself. Now, I always believe, Jeanette, that in every stressing there is a blessing. What would you say you have learned the most from this pandemic? What has been your learning aha moment through the pandemic?
I find what my own learning in heart is just being a great listener. And you learn so much by just sitting and observing and watching too. And just seeing like the important things in life, what you really should be focusing on in life. The world has just really stopped. And I think a lot of people are realizing, you know what, I really don't need to go and do this or do that anymore. That's
Yes.
something, and I just value, not saying I never valued family, but I value family even more by reaching out even to friends, extended family members, because so many of our family members are spread across the world too. And video chatting,
Yes.
calling them up, it's so important, especially the elderly. Yes.
Very similar to mine. I realized I was just working, and not taking much time for myself. And from
Yes.
the pandemic, I now make sure I get weekends to myself. I spend more time with family and friends as well. I think that is so, so important. And like you mentioned, It's really shown us the power of technology, everything
Yeah.
being online, and how connected we can stay even from a Zoom meeting. So, yes, very similar to what you have just said, Jeanette. How do you want JeAgo brand to be remembered?
I would love this brand to remember of the massive impact of people's lives and people just living their passion, and just feeling that, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Why haven't I done this? That awakening in their spirit just lifts them up and they just keep going. That's what I'd love to see with this brand.
I love
Just love,
that.
yeah.
And also, I know you're working on lots of great things. Tell us a little bit about JeAgo's business plans.
Well, right now we're planning on launching a YouTube channel, and it's going to be called The Passion Talk, which I am starting in January, which is going to be incredible. And it's all about passion, people's passion, and how people get to their passion and how people want to get to their passion. So it's going to be an incredible experience starting this. And I just hope a lot of the viewers will tune in onto this. And I would love even to get to the part that I can even interview people and how they reach to their own passion. That would be incredible.
So, the channel, are you going to be interviewing people? Tell us a bit more detail about what it is.
Yeah, at first we'll start talking about what passion is and how people get to their passion, and then later on as we build up that, yes, I would like to get to the point where we start interviewing people and how they've reached to their passion and how they derived at it and where they see themselves maybe 5, 10, or even 15 years from now. It would be so incredible. Yes.
I love what you're doing. You're really helping people find a vision and then really working towards step by step to that future reality, what they want to create. We've talked a little bit about how people are struggling out there, and you've shared some great tips to help them to move forward. But because you're a Synergist Life Coach, in your opinion, are there any little things that we should watch out for with our mindset or what we're doing in our actions? Any warnings or any mistakes that we should avoid to help us make progress and move forwards in our business and personal lives?
Well, the one thing I will say is, you have to have a goal and you have to have a plan. And sometimes we like to skip ahead of those goals
Yes.
and plans. And sometimes you have to start small and you have to be simple when you do stuff. Because I find when you go too big, you get disappointed and you don't want to have that starting right out. You want to grow and just keep it simple each day. That's what I've always practiced that myself. Be simple, work one day at a time, and you'll get there, no matter how long it takes you. You know what I mean? Because life is about, experiences. You go through challenges, you have wins, and it's great. And you have a lot of wonderful people around you. So the support system, you can't forget about that as well. That's what I would
You
say.
you mentioned a great point there, actually, and it was around no matter how long it takes you to get there. And that is a big learning experience I had to learn, because sometimes there are coaches out there that will promise you to be a millionaire in 3 months or get to a six-figure salary in 3 weeks. From my experience, Jeanette, we can get to our goals. I'm living some of my goals now, but sometimes it's just not having to worry too much about that time aspect of things, because if you want something to happen immediately, in my experience, it doesn't always happen that way. You do have to persevere and be patient. Do you agree with me there?
Totally. Yes, I totally agree with that because it takes time. And, you're right about that. A lot of people make like fake promises, about certain aspects of where you're going to be and the timelines. Yes, timelines are important, but remember, you have to have a goal and make sure, because sometimes in life things come up. And the other thing is, don't be hard on yourself, because you will eventually get there.
I love it. Now, Jeanette, I have really enjoyed having a conversation with you today. I love your energy. I love how you're passionate about your clients, and I love how you're showing up in the world. Now, Jeanette does offer a free consultation strategy call. If you would like to take Jeanette up on a free consultation, email Jeanette at JeAgo.ca. That's Jeanette at JeAgo.ca. Jeanette at JeAgo.ca. Reach out to Jeanette if you're looking to make improvements in your personal business life. You want to formulate a plan for the future and start making progress to get there. I encourage you to go to Jeanette at JeAgo.ca and drop Jeanette a message. Jeanette, thank you so much for coming on to Brilliance Business TV. I've really enjoyed having a conversation with you.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me. It was a wonderful experience.
The pleasure's all mine. You have been listening to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Today, we have been in conversation with Jeanette Agostini, and we have really shared value today. Tips on how to move forward, mistakes to look out for. We've learned more about JeAgo's business. We've learned all about what Jeanette does. Once again, Jeanette, thank you for coming on to the show. Thank you everyone for watching. Until next time, bye for now.